Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sorry to keep you waiting. I was lost in the world. I had to get my mind right and ready for the limelight, homie.
What's going on, everybody? You're now tuned in to another episode of The Elite. I'm your host, Mark G. I'm here with my co-host, Chad. How you doing, brother?
How's it going, man?
Good as always. We got a very special guest in the building, host of the Lounge 167 podcast, the hottest sports podcast in Charlotte. Chris, what's going on, man? How you been, son?
What up, man? How y'all feeling?
We good on this side, son.
So we're always good.
That's what's up.
Like I said, shout outs to you. Get extra props for wearing the Baltimore hoodie.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you for having me on. No, we rarely meet fellow Baltimore fans, so, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you having me on the show, man.
Always, son. Always. All right, so we're going to jump right in it, son. Like, how did you get into podcasting, man? How did your show get started?
Well, a couple of years back, you know, I told the fellas that I did want to start a podcast. You know, before podcast started, you know, kind of gaining traction, you know, I just threw it out there. You know, this year with COVID hitting and everything getting shut down, I guess we just finally put it in motion, man. You know, three friends that talk about sports all the time. We just sat down and we had to put it in motion, man.
Big facts. Exactly how the elite happened, son. We just had to make it happen.
Yeah.
So, I see, of course, you got the Baltimore shirt on. Like, how long you been a Ravens fan, bro?
I would say the early 2000s, maybe right after the first Super Bowl. You know, just because Peterborough, I went there, Florida State. You know, they kind of got the same style of play. You know, gritty, tight, hard-nosed defense. So I rock with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? That's where it started.
I should have asked you this to begin with. Like, where can the people find your podcast at, man? That's my bad.
Oh, man, you can find them all DSPs, you know, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You know, we out. And we just got on Amazon Music. So if you got Amazon, definitely check us out on there, too.
Right, no doubt. Y'all go check them out. Lounge 167. All right, so we're going to jump into some NFL action. Now, on your previous episode, I was listening to it, and you had Aaron Rodgers picked as your MVP. I need some reasoning behind that. Like, you don't know about Patrick Mahomes, you don't know about Russell Wilson. Like,
I do know about all those guys. It's just that I feel like with the most valuable player award, MVP, I feel like it should be the person that holds that much value to the team. Just because I feel like if Aaron Rodgers go down, that's it for them. I really don't know about if Patrick Mahomes go down for the Chiefs. Could you not plug at least a decent quarterback in there, and they would still win just because of the weapons that they have? You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that was kind of my reasoning behind MVP, Aaron Rodgers anyway.
You can say the same thing, though, don't you say, about Russell Wilson? Like, if they absolutely lost Russ, like, they ain't got nobody. Their running game ain't that great. And without anybody throwing the ball, like, their defense is already trash. They wouldn't be anything. They would fall into, like, dirt.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, bro. Y'all gonna have to excuse me for a second. Damn. I gotta get my life together.
You know, looking into the season, man, Aaron Rodgers, looking at that stat the other day, man, he's about to hit that 400 touchdown club with only 86 picks in his career. I mean, what do you think ultimately drove him to have such a great career?
He a gunslinger for one. He a gunslinger. And you can't really say he has had a lot of top name receivers, but he has had some consistent receivers in the past down there in Green Bay, you know. So as far as that, I guess that's why, you know, he deserves the credit. He's kind of made something out of nothing down there in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one. Honestly, though, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna throw Russ in that MVP category. I mean, he is having one heck of a year, and you know, it's from a standpoint of, you know, people that hate Seattle. I mean, you gotta give it up to him.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, he doesn't have a defense, so for him to still go and be able to put up those numbers with no defense, and I feel like their offensive line is kind of so it's not solid, but
Yeah.
it's good enough for him to get the job done. So I feel like with him being able to do that down there in Seattle, Russ is definitely in the MVP race. You know,
I mean,
somebody else that I would say if the award holds the value that it should have, you would have to mention Dalvin Cook, even though he's a running back and the MVP is a quarterback award nowadays. Dalvin Cook, he's been balling down there in Minnesota, and without him, they wouldn't be winning. I don't think they would be winning because when he got hurt, they started losing bad. You know, so.
yeah.
Definitely got to give it up to Dalvin Cook down there in Minnesota.
I mean, dude, I haven't seen a running back of his caliber in a real long time.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely it's. I hate to say that the NFL has turned into a passing kind of concept now.
Right.
You know, you got quarterbacks throwing 40, 50 passes a game, but like it's nice to see running backs put up 3-4 touchdowns plus putting up. I mean, he's putting up what 150 usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I said we'll get Marcus's pick on the way back. You know, a few things we'd like to talk about. I mean, we always like to throw a bold out. You know, Super Bowl predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got right now? Since we're entering Week 10, it's kind of a toss up in the air, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I definitely agree. And I feel like nobody has a strong event to make a Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, the one division that I'm kind of like looking at right now is that division with Russ, you know, Jared Goff, the Rams, Kyler Murray picking up the Cardinals with D-Hop.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing, you know, that division is probably being the strongest one in the NFL this year.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's just my opinion. I am a Rams fan, so you know, a little biased, but.
Well, I agree with you on that. I think the NFC West is definitely a strong division in the NFL right now because I feel like all those teams are good. Even though San Francisco is hurt, if they were healthy, they would still be a good team. And that division, it's gonna be hard to come out of the division this year, man. Definitely be hard.
So Marcus, we were
Let's say I'm back now.
Yeah, so we were going through. You know, he's got Aaron Rodgers, his MVP pick. I got Russell Wilson. Who you got
for MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, Russ.
You still going with Russ too?
Yeah, this is Russ's year, hands down. The numbers he's putting up, and if you look at like I said earlier, you can say the same thing about Russell Wilson when you say Aaron Rodgers without the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, they'll just fall flat on their face. Like that team wouldn't be anything. You can say the same thing for Russ. So my hat goes off to Russ. Yeah, no, and like Chris was talking about, man, you know, Seattle's line has been struggling, and you definitely saw that against Buffalo.
Yeah,
the safety the safety blitzes were getting to him so bad, and that I think that was ultimately is what kind of lost them that game was the lack of protection. But it's definitely a tough. I mean, it's a tough league. I mean, honestly, you know, it's a shift. It's a shift in power and a shift in momentum in a lot of teams, and you can definitely see kind of who's picking up the slack. I mean, you got Buffalo picking up that slack. Of course, Tom Brady in Tampa, but Tampa hasn't really done anything, you know, the last 5-6 years. So seeing their transition into power has been really exciting to watch. So I mean, it's definitely a weird year.
I got a question for both of y'all. We all saw Tampa Bay get smacked by the Saints. What did y'all take away from that game as far as Tom Brady goes? Age is definitely a factor. But also, you know, we talked about this on a previous episode. When you have too many weapons, it's hard to distribute the ball. Because, you know, with adding Antonio Brown, you got Godwin coming back. I mean, ultimately, he is struggling to get the ball around because they are picking up on the routes. They're picking up on coverage. But ultimately, man, it was also a lack of protection that game because I think New Orleans had, I mean, easily like 75% pressure on him 99% of that game. Right.
I feel like if you send those dogs at Tom Brady, like y'all said, age plays a factor. So he really a dinosaur in the pocket. He's not going to move. So I feel like If you send those dogs, there's no chance of winning. Like you said, there's too many weapons to distribute the ball. Wide receivers not going to be able to get their touches. They can't establish a true identity. I feel like so. That's what it is.
Sure. I definitely agree with both of y'all. Number one, age is definitely going to play a factor, and then two, they are struggling to find out who their true identity is. And then on top of that, Tom Brady was just missing wide open throws. There were several throws to Mike Evans and Antonio Brown he should have hit and just clearly missed. So,
He does have the Panthers coming up this week with a damaged secondary, so I expect Tom Brady to come back with a vengeance. But
I don't know.
I just think it's like I said, it's a toss up at this point.
Well, it depends because the way the Panthers played Kansas City this past week, like Panthers are, and that was what McCaffrey's first game back.
Oh, he's out this week though.
But he's out with the shoulder. Yeah, he's out with the shoulder.
He came back from the ankle and now out with a shoulder. So at this point we might as well just chuck McCaffrey out,
right?
And just keep it with Mike Davis, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly though, man, Super Bowl predictions. Let's get into this. I still got Seattle coming out of the NFC. AFC, I got Pittsburgh coming out.
Okay.
I know. I know. I'm in like the most hated. I'm in the hated room right now. But honestly, man, I think this is Big Ben's year. Coming off that shoulder, the surgery and everything he had last year. I think this is his redemption year to really show. Even at his age of 38, 39, he's still a caliber quarterback that can produce and can really show that even after, a setback, you can come back stronger.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Well, at least half of it I don't agree with.
Yeah. For me, Super Bowl, I hate to jinx us, and I don't want to be biased because I am a Ravens fan, but I feel like we will come out. I feel like we're going to get hot at the right time. I feel like we'll be healthy at the right time. And if, COVID doesn't take us down, I feel like we can make a run to the Super Bowl because I feel like right now everybody's kind of iffy about us. So, and that's what we like. We like being an underdog. So
right.
I feel like if we make that shift at the right time, we'll be able to come out of the AFC. As far as the NFC, I feel like the Saints might get over the hump this year. I feel like the Saints will get over the hump this year.
Wow. So the Saints and the Ravens in the Super Bowl for you?
Yeah, that's what I see.
Okay. So
You got Marcus.
I'm gonna destroy both of your AFC teams with one. Kansas City. For one, Pittsburgh hasn't seen them yet. So we'll see how they do if they play each other this year. I have to look at which I don't think they do.
No.
But if they see each other, I think Kansas City can take Pittsburgh out. And then Baltimore, as much as it hurts me to say this, Lamar's not ready. We don't have a deep outside threat yet.
That is true.
Until we get that big time wideout, we'll get to the playoffs consistently, but we're not gonna be able to get past Kansas City. And then as far as the NFC, at one point I did pick the Seahawks. They were looking good, but I'm gonna go with my pick is gonna be Green Bay, and they take down Kansas City. Green Bay takes down Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
I only think about Green Bay is their defense, man. Like, which defense is going to show up? You know what I'm saying? Their defense has looked terrible at times, so it's definitely going to be on that defense. I know Aaron Rodgers will put up the numbers, but it's going to be on that defense.
I think it's going to be an old-fashioned – if it gets to that point where it's Green Bay and Kansas City, it's going to be an old-fashioned shootout in the Super Bowl. Because even though Kansas City's defense is not as bad as Green Bay's, fucking Kansas City's defense is not as bad as Green Bay's. Oh, damn. I lost my train of thought. My bad, fellas.
You're good. If it comes back to if it comes back to you, man, we'll throw it in. I do want to make I kind of want Chris to kind of elaborate on something, because we were talking about Dalvin Cook being the running back as the front runner for MVP. You know, like he was saying, it is a quarterback MVP kind of year for the last at least 10 years.
Yeah.
But I want to get your opinion, man. Do you think Dalvin Cook stays in Minnesota?
No.
I can't.
I can't see it either. I can't see it.
If
But
he's smart,
they would have
he'll
to
get
trade
out of
him, right?
Minnesota.
They would have to trade him, right? Because he did just sign the extension, so they would have to trade him, right?
But the thing I'm wondering is, do you think he opts out and wants to be traded? Because as it's going right now, Kirk Cousins isn't it there?
He ain't.
And the
Never
way,
was.
well, no, exactly, and I understand that. But you know, with such a high quality running back, you don't see it very often. Do you think he, like I said, do you think he wants and opts out to a team that has a potential chance of getting at least past the first round of the playoffs?
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing about running backs nowadays. They take the money. They don't. I don't think they look at winning anymore because I feel like they know that their longevity in the league is not that long. So I feel like they feel like whoever's going to give them that money, they're going to take it. Some may take pay cuts, but most of them they're going to take that money.
Like Melvin Gordon in Denver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Had no business going to Denver.
No, absolutely
Right.
not.
Right.
No. Other than that, man, I honestly, me personally, I don't think he stays. I think he finds a team that's got a strong running game, and he gets out.
Where to though? Where would you see him going?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, where is Dalvin Cook gonna go? Shit, I put everybody at a pause.
Well, nah, because
Yeah,
I'm trying to think for a second, bro. Because there are teams that honestly need a strong running game. It's not it right now.
Exactly.
I'm trying to. Oh, we're gonna have to come back to that question. I'm gonna think of a team. We're gonna have to come back. I'm gonna think about it though.
Somebody write that down. Like we got to put a pin in that one. Oh, jeez.
I got you. I'm gonna write it down. I got you.
All right. Now we were talking about awards earlier. Who do you have as your defensive player of the year?
Defensive player of the year. I hate to say it, but T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt. Yeah, just because it's a contract year for him. He's been wrecking havoc. You know what I'm saying? So I know Aaron Donald has been playing good, but I feel like T.J. Watt he's kind of making that progression now. He's taking that next step.
Right.
So I'm rocking with T.J. Watt.
Follow-up question: do you ever think he's gonna be as good as his older brother, JJ?
Might be better.
Ooh.
No, honestly, I'm with Chris on this one. I think he can exceed his brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta stay healthy.
Yeah.
So
And as it's going right now, you know, he's been healthier than JJ Watt.
Right.
And you can definitely see how he has definitely been kind of putting a hurting on the league.
Right.
Because like this year, man, I could have seen Nick Bosa going for it, but after that season and an injury, man, that kind of out the window.
True.
Who y'all got?
Your defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
If it's not TJ Watt, it's gotta be.
It might be TJ Watt for me as well. And I'm thinking about it, like, man has been a defensive monster this entire season.
Yeah, I have TJ Watt as well, but if it's not him, honestly, creeping up in the back, I could see Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that man is straight ever since he left Miami, that he has been straight locked down, and he has definitely proven his worth out in Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna give you somebody else that I can mention too. Yeah. If he wouldn't have got hurt, Myles Garrett, he still got a chance, but Myles Garrett, he was playing really good before he got hurt.
Yeah. He was. That is, yeah.
Miles Garrett, different boy.
Yeah,
Even though he played for
yeah,
Cleveland, he still respect greatness when you see it.
yeah, for real.
I mean, he's not going to be a front runner, but what I could see this happening in a few years. What's his name? Bubba Baker out of Arizona.
Buda Baker.
Buda Baker, yeah.
Yeah,
I could see him stepping up big.
you gotta learn to run
With
fast though. You gotta run
no,
fast.
bro, if you was getting chased down by a giant, you wouldn't be able to get it either.
Fair enough.
I mean, that man tracked him down 100 yards, and he had a 10-yard head start. But no, I honestly I could see Buda Baker being a front runner in the next couple years.
Most definitely.
Hopefully,
Well,
he can stay healthy.
for defensive player of the year, Buda Baker.
Like I said, honorable
Let's
mention.
go.
Honorable mention, but I could see it happening.
go.
But
Hey, I mean, dude, he is what's making the defense as strong as they are right now. I mean, I like to say, you got Chandler Jones, you got some other big names over there, but I mean, honestly, for strip sacks, interceptions, and just overall pressure on the quarterback, he has made a huge impact, and it's kind of given Kyler Murray that like help over the line for getting that win, especially that win against Seattle. The pressure he had on Russell. I said the pressure he had on Russell was phenomenal. So,
Well, I can't knock you for that. If you put it like that, I can't knock you for that. Because he is a playmaker on defense.
yeah.
So, Chris, you're a big college football fan. Who do you have outside of Trevor Lawrence being a star coming out of college going into the NFL, or has star potential? Excuse me.
Star. I wish I could think of the kid's name, but the running back out of Iowa State, can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's pretty good. He's a hard runner, runs strong, but he's very elusive. I feel like he'll get picked up maybe second or third round, but I feel like he's going to be good in the league.
So I don't watch a lot of college, man, but honestly, that kid from Oklahoma, the quarterback. Do you?
Spencer Rattler?
Yeah. Do you see a bright future out of him?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't. I feel like he should have stayed. I feel like he should have went to a Pac-12 school. I don't feel like he should have went to the Big 12. It doesn't fit his speed. I mean, just think about it. For the people that's come through that system in 1 year, they put up numbers. They put up great numbers, and I think one Heisman actually. So you got
because you had the
Baker
Heisman,
Mayfield,
so you had the Baker as your Heisman.
Kyler Murray. So
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of college, man, but I mean, like you said, it's just yeah. I mean, I'd be hearing a lot of things, so I mean, I still keep in the loop of it, but I haven't really seen any superstars this year.
Stars, yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you on that. I take that back. Hold on. The tight end from Florida, Kyle Pitts, he's a monster. Now he's the only one that stuck out to me that I see like straight star talent. He's a monster just because he's kind of like a tight end. He's a tight end, but he's tight end, but he's built like a wide receiver. So he's kind of a mismatch for a lot of linebackers in college football. So he stands out to me.
So he's got wide receiver
in
speed.
Baltimore, really. So.
Right, praying. You sitting here praying like, "Yo, come through. Like, we need help ASAP." All right, we're gonna make a transition into the NBA. We all know, as we said in previous episodes, the season starts December 22nd. I can't wait. Chris, I don't know about you, but there's a lot to look forward to this upcoming season. What players are you looking at the most going into this season to make some noise this year, per se?
I'm gonna go with Devin Booker. Let's see if he continue where he left off in the bubble. Going with Brandon Ingram. I still want to see him with a healthy Zion. I'm gonna say KD. I want to see how he comes back off an injury. So them three, I'm looking forward to see play next season.
I agree. Devin Booker is definitely on my watch list, along with Luka Doncic, and I'm a Spurs fan. So right now, there's not really anybody on our roster I can honestly say I'm looking out for, hoping they develop great. Because right now our roster ain't it, fam. It ain't it.
Well, in the rumor mill, it look like I'm about to break down. I seen LaMarcus Aldridge possibly to go to State, and then I seen DeRozan possibly to the Lakers. So it's looking like you're looking too good in San Antonio.
Look, I said this on our last episode. Get LaMarcus Aldridge and DeRozan the fuck up out of San Antonio. I'm sick of both of them. I'm absolutely sick of both of them.
Oh man!
See, look at this shit. They actually making me sick. This is ridiculous. LaMarcus Aldridge, after that game where Kawhi went down in Golden State, and we needed somebody to pick up the slack because we had a 20-point lead, and it disappeared because LaMarcus Aldridge only finished with 6 fucking points, bro.
LaMarcus Aldridge, I don't know, man. I think he needs to start coming off the bench. It's about time because he's not with today's game. He's not with the NBA. He's not with today's NBA is. It's a lot of running, fast pace, and he's slow. He's a dinosaur. He's slow, man.
But my third player that I'm watching this year is I want to see how Dame comes back this year. I want to see how Damian Lillard is one of my favorite players. You already know when it's Dame time, he shows up, he gets the job done. But I want to see if he could take him a little bit further this year because the year prior they went to the Western Conference Finals, so they were almost there, even though they were going against Golden State with fully healthy with KD and Clay. The fact that they got that far past Denver, a team that is to be respected this upcoming season. Don't sleep. You heard it here first. Don't sleep on Denver. I think Dame is going to have – and plus there's pressure on Dame, to get over that hump as well. So
yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. Also, since we ain't seen him in some years, John Wall, got to see what he's doing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Haven't seen John Wall, he's just been collecting the check. So
right,
definitely got to look out for him. And John Morant. Can't forget about John Morant either.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said I got. Go ahead, Marcus.
I got John Morant taking a big step this coming year. He's on my watch list, but I got those 3 players I listed ahead of him. You go ahead, chat.
So I got 4 people I'm watching, honestly. So of course I'm watching KD come back because I've loved KD since he was in OKC, and I definitely think he's going to have a huge year if he can stay healthy. I'm definitely watching Devin Booker because I want to see if he can take Phoenix to that next level. If not, does he go somewhere else? That's just one thing I'm kind of just keeping an eye on. The next person I'm watching is Luka Doncic because I want to see with the ankle injuries he was having in the bubble. I want to see if he comes back healthier and stronger with Porzingis and really makes a run at it again this year. And who was the 4th person I was watching? Kimba. I want to see with Kimba off that first year in Boston and actually having time to sit down and really learn the plays, learn the team, learn the books. Does he come back after that embarrassing finals?
So you saying we'll get Charlotte Kimba is what you're saying?
What I'm hoping for is that's what I'm hoping for. Being a Hornets fan, it was rough watching him leave because he was really putting Charlotte on the map. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back. I guess to part 2, we had some technical difficulties, so we're just gonna kind of throw that in there for a minute. But honestly, man, what we were talking about was people we were watching for in the NBA. So like I was stating, Kemba Walker. I'm hoping for that Charlotte mentality he had to come back, and I'm definitely excited to kind of see if he takes what he learned last year and kind of progresses forward.
I'm gonna throw another name out there, Giannis. What is Giannis' next step? What is he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? 2 back-to-back MVPs. It's time to make that next step. So
it's for Giannis, it's finals or bust, hands down. He's got to at least make the finals.
I mean, if he doesn't go to the finals, I think either they put weapons around him in Milwaukee or he leaves.
But weapons
he has to.
I mean, they need shooters. They need a point guard, at least a solid point guard.
But nobody really wants to go to Milwaukee, so
you're not wrong. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he leaves.
Yeah.
Because you still got a lot of those talks with Philadelphia maybe potentially getting rid of Ben Simmons and or Joel Embiid. So maybe put Giannis in Philadelphia, put Joel Embiid out in Milwaukee. If hey, you never know, man. There's been
Just
worse
dump him off
things.
in Milwaukee.
Hey, there's been worse things.
I think he deserves a little bit more than Milwaukee, man.
I mean,
Just give him a shot at least.
No, I respect that.
I mean, he'll be fine out in Milwaukee. Giannis thrived out there.
Embiid will?
Yeah, Embiid will be fine out
right.
in Milwaukee.
Yeah, right. No way. No way.
So what do you think? Is it a scheme that's not going to fit him, or is it team?
For Embiid,
Yeah,
the culture, the city, it ain't gonna fit him. It ain't gonna
Whole
fit
different
him.
aspect.
Yeah.
I can feel that because he's already used to that Philadelphia lifestyle, which is completely different to Milwaukee.
Right.
So
yeah.
now, one player that's been on a training block now for a couple of days, Russell Westbrook. I saw on your show's Instagram page, y'all posted there's rumors of him going to Charlotte. Where honestly do you think he's gonna go? Do you think he's gonna go to Charlotte? There's talks of him going to
New York.
the Knicks. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Knicks. So, what you think, bro?
I do not see him going to the Knicks. It would be a good move, but I don't see him going there. Charlotte, I wouldn't want him to come to Charlotte just because I don't want to take on that contract. We already picked up a bad contract with Batum a while back, and we're trying to get rid of that. So I feel like for Charlotte to be on the cusp where they at with their young talent, don't even entertain that. And so all I really can see left for him is the Clippers, even though I don't think it would work with him and Patrick Beverly ego, but it would be good to see him both on the defensive side of the ball. But the Clippers, that's the only team I could see.
So the Clippers, that would be interesting. I agree with you, just that he wouldn't fit there. Him and Patrick Beverly have a long history. If I'm not mistaken, Patrick Beverly is the one that gave him ACL injury when he was on the Thunder. So I don't know. That's a reach.
So we also talked about this on our last episode, Chris. Marcus and Deshaun were talking about, is it Russ that goes or is it Harden that goes?
Russ. If I'm a GM, Russ. I'm gonna keep Harden all day.
And see, that's what I said. I said keep Harden as well, but they were, Marcus was throwing out a couple teams that Harden would fit in.
Philly.
He was thinking Philly. He was thinking even putting Brooklyn back, like a secondary Thunder team.
Yep.
But like I was telling him, that'd be hard to kind of distribute because, Harden, after he left the Thunder being that sixth man, he kind of did grow like a big ego down at Houston.
Yeah.
And with Kyrie, with Kyrie and KD, it's going to be tough to kind of distribute that ball out.
I'm gonna throw another name out there for you. The Heat. Pat Riley. I feel like he would make that move to get James Harden, especially he's seen what he can do with the team he had, and it's still a young team. So I feel like he would make that move to get James Harden. He would probably have to give up one of those young stars, but I feel like Pat Riley would make the move.
You're gonna have to give up the whole squad except for Jimmy Butler. Like it pretty much will be down to Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Everybody else is getting traded for James Harden. That's what it's going to boil down to.
You don't think
can't say that because you can't say that because Houston doesn't even have a GM. So
true. Hey, it could be like a Bill O'Brien situation. They just start throwing people out left and right.
Yeah, we just gonna rebuild.
I think Houston's in a rebuilding phase, so I say clean house.
I agree.
Get rid of.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
I don't know, man. I think Russ has to go because, like I was telling, I was talking to people before that trade was even made, that you were putting two big ball hoggers and two big egos on the same team, and right. you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
The same because that's why Russ was having so much problems with KD, because KD was slowly becoming the face of the Thunder, but Russ was trying to steal it from him. Right. So it was ego versus ego. And it was, you had two players dropping between 30 and 50 a game, and you weren't getting anywhere though. I mean, you made it. Go ahead. I see you moving. Go ahead.
What about Phoenix? Like, I feel like they got. I don't know what their cap situation looking like, but I don't know because they would have to give up something too. So I don't know. It's gonna be kind of hard to move us because his contract, man. Like he has a bad contract.
That's a severely bad contract. That's a lot of load for one team to take on.
The thing is, man, if you put Russ in Phoenix, Booker leaves.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Like
so you got to give up something.
That's going to set Phoenix back if they do that. So I don't think that's a move they would make. But that organization in itself has been a disaster. They're looking good right now as on the court, but as an organization, they still got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Talking about the Nets really quick, Chris, how do you feel Steve Nash taking that head coach job?
You mean the Phoenix Suns? Like he had everybody he played with. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting just because he's not too far removed from the game itself. So I'm just kind of looking at it from a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, the thing is that I was kind of worried about was is he going to do a flop like Jason Kidd did?
No.
But did Jason Kidd really flop?
I mean, as of right now, he's assistant coach out in
the Lakers.
But was he given a fair shot with some talent?
True.
In Milwaukee, yes. In Milwaukee, no. Well, out of his two coaching situations with the Nets and the Bucks, I think he was good with the Bucks. The Nets, he didn't get the talent on the front office. They give him the talent so he could do his job properly. And
then another thing about Kidd is you really can't count him out because I feel like now instead of being, I think he was probably coaching from a player's point of view, and now actually being an assistant coach, he's actually getting taught the game from coach's point of view. If that makes sense. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One more follow-up question on that. What Kyrie do we see this year?
What you mean, like a healthy or a bad Kyrie?
Do we see the Kyrie that was putting Steph on skates in the finals, or do we see the Boston Kyrie?
Man, I don't even know, to be honest, man, because Kyrie like a tornado, man. You know, you never know what you're gonna get with him, man. Sometimes he might come in strong, sometimes he might come in weak. So I don't know, man, but I would like to see him and KD work out. I just want to see how that relationship's going to be. They swear they're good friends, so I'm just interested in see in that relationship because it's like in the fourth quarter, who you give the ball to? Because Kyrie feel like he could take over in the fourth quarter, and so do KD. So.
Oh, we had a huge discussion about this.
Oh, Lord.
So our buddy Evan, so we were talking about 1 minute left, last shot, who you giving the ball to. So I'm gonna put this in perspective for you. He chose LeBron for the game-winning shot over KD. What's your opinion?
Wow.
See, I'm not the only one. Thank you.
No. Our jaws dropped when he said that. So his reasoning behind it was LeBron, 2 minutes left, he's going to win the game. But we weren't really worried about 2 minutes. Right. We want to know you down by 2 or 1, who you giving the ball to, and it's
a bucket.
You giving it to KD,
right? That's easy.
That's easy.
But no, honestly, man, your honest opinion, man. Who do you think if say KD's injured in today's game with the last shot on the line, who you giving the ball to?
Dame.
I was about to say Dame.
Yeah.
Dame.
It's
that time, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The way that he put out the Thunder 2 years back, that like what 60-footer in PG's face.
Like, it was a bad shot.
Yeah, but it's not like it's kind of like a norm for him. Like he's hit a lot of clutch shots in his career, even if it's just in regular season games. He's had a lot of clutch shots. So he built for it. He built to take that shot.
So we did hear one thing that Evan was talking about, how Steph was training Dame. Have you heard anything about that?
What?
I don't know about that. I don't even think Dame would do that.
I don't
Just
think so either.
His personality, I don't think he'll do that.
Dame a dog, boy. He trying to.
Yeah, he ain't trying to make no friends. Yeah, he ain't trying to work out. Yeah.
Yeah, look, he done took Russ out already. He took Houston out 1 year with James Harden on the court. So
Yeah.
he got to take down LeBron or Kawhi, and then I think he gets the respect he deserves.
I think Kawhi earned a lot of respect on that game winner over Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
I think he earned the respect that he deserved from that shot.
It kind of shifted his career.
Well, yeah, because the way that Kawhi was viewed was defense. Defense. He was never really seen as a scorer.
Right.
So I think that was a huge step for him. On Kawhi, would you have rather seen him stay in Toronto and try to run it back, or do you think it was smart for him to get out?
I'd rather see him stay, just because he only had 1 year with that team, and I don't think it was a full healthy year. So, and they didn't do too bad this year without him. You know what I'm saying? So, just imagine if y'all would have been able to build that chemistry, keep it running, what y'all could have did this year. So I think he should have stayed.
What do you think, Marcus?
He definitely should have stayed, like, hands down. Like, first year with the team, and most of the year, everybody was hurt. Anunoby was hurt. There was a couple games where Siakam was out and Kyle Lowry, and they didn't get Marc Gasol until, like, halfway through the season. So y'all could have ran that whole squad back with a healthy Anunoby and a Fred VanVleet on the come up. Come on now. Like, that would have been the perfect setup. But from what I heard that offseason, Kawhi would have stayed if Masai Ujiri would have traded Siakam, Anunoby, and a few other players to get Russ and Paul George to Toronto.
No.
Yep.
What are we? So what are we playing here? Are we playing like load our own rosters now?
That's just what I heard. That's just what I heard.
Are we playing like trying to play 2K on easy?
Right. Yeah. Come on, man.
No.
A couple other NBA things that I kind of want to talk about. AD. If he stays in LA, can you see a bright future for him staying there even after LeBron retires, or do you think he tries to make a name in another city?
Well, Mike brought that up on the show. Shout out to him, man. I feel like if he stays in LA, you would have to bring somebody else in to accommodate him, because he is a big. So it's not like he controls the ball. So you have to bring somebody in to accommodate him. But also, if he was to leave, I wouldn't look down on it either. I feel like he would be successful either way if he just makes. It's all about making the right decision at that point. So for your career anyway. So because he's unguardable, really, he's unguardable.
Oh yeah, you can't. I mean, I can't say unguardable because, like,
if he's healthy, he's unguardable.
If he's okay, fine. If he's fully healthy, he's unguardable.
Yeah.
We gonna wait till this season comes up before I make that any more comments on AD being unguardable. But if I'm AD, like I said, it all depends on who they get to put around me. If LA doesn't make any moves within that first year, I'm dipping out. And the only place I can think of that would fit AD perfectly is Boston. Only place, because that's the Boston. That's the 5. That's all they need.
Yeah, but will that team still be intact when it's time for him to make that move? You know what I'm saying? That's the question too.
Well, Anthony Davis has an opt-out at he didn't even sign a long contract when they came.
Yeah, he didn't. He actually opted out this year. So that's what I'm saying. And that really is he going to take a 3-year deal, 2-year deal? Like, what's the deal? You know what I'm saying?
He did a what, 2 year with an opt-out?
Yeah, opt-out on the second year.
Okay. Yeah. Oof, man, I don't know. I don't know if I could see him in Boston, because they would have to make a lot of changes to kind of suffice for him.
Where at though? Where you say you have to make change at?
In Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have a big, so it's like
they got space down there.
Yeah,
and you get rid of Gordon Hayward's contract, then
Bro, we have been thrashing Gordon Hayward for 2 weeks straight now. It's bad. It's just I know they move the ball well, but I think for him to go there and see a perfect fit, he's going to need to see improvement in scheme and improvement in ball movement. Because you got a lot of people on that team that want that shot. You know, you got Smart who wants to come off the bench and take those shots. You got Kimba who wants to take those shots. You got Tatum. You got Brown. You know, is there enough people to kind of keep the ball movement without shooters taking the shots to kind of free up that space for them?
If you want to come out of the East, yes. Like, yeah, think about it. This the East, so I don't feel y'all really don't see a big man over there in the East that's gonna really shut Anthony Davis down completely for them not to be able to come out of the East. Because the East is not really that stacked until you get to that top 5 tier. Like then after that, it's like 6 through the rest of the East is fighting for those positions. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Okay. Speaking of the East, you know, me and Marcus, we like to do a lot of super early predictions. So who you got coming out of the East, this East and Western Conference this year?
oh, that is tough, man. That's tough.
Hey, we like the hot seats out here, man. We
Yeah.
gonna throw you
You
in
know what
it.
the messed up part is? That ain't even a hot seat question.
Oh no, we got more, but we got more. Trust me, we're gonna put you out there today.
You out here.
On paper, I'm rocking with the Brooklyn Nets coming out of the East.
Everybody rocking with the Nets. I'm telling you.
The West.
Mhm. Because you got to remember, you got a healthy Clay and a healthy Steph coming back.
I know.
Kawhi's not about to choke in Game 7 again. At least he won't.
So, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then like
Denver on the come up too.
So you got Denver coming up.
sleep on the
Look,
Lakers
look.
either. So it's like,
Look, you can't even forget about Luka and Porzingis down there in Dallas.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
with a healthy Luka this year.
I don't know, man. The West is tough. The West, I can't even give y'all one on the West because the West is tough, man. I would have to see that one play out, bro. Cause like, it's just so many teams over there, bro. Like, you can't count out. Like, the West is tough.
I mean, the way you look at it. All right. So you know, you got your normal 8 that go to the playoffs. Who you have in your top 5? I'll give it that.
In the West,
Yeah.
okay. I'll go Lakers, Clippers, Golden State. Where is Chris Paul at this point?
He's still with the Thunder.
He's still in OKC for now.
For now.
Okay.
If he goes to the
Give me
Clippers,
Chris Paul now. OKC. And for my 5th squad, I think the Timberwolves gonna step up this year in the 5th spot. The Timberwolves. So
Marcus leaving.
Timberwolves, man. I ain't sleeping on the Timberwolves this year. I feel like they're gonna make a move, man. So
oh my God.
So okay, since you're saying that, because I know Marcus is about to thrash you for a minute. Honestly, though, so you got the Timberwolves going. Who steps up on that team to really make that impact?
D'Lo and Cat, they both got to step up. They both got to step up. But I feel like I said, man, I feel like they're gonna get a piece. I feel like they're gonna get a piece to take them over that hump, man. Like, I know I left Denver out, but it's like
That's what I'm saying. You left Denver out.
I did.
You forgot about Utah? Donovan Mitchell ain't going nowhere.
But Utah hasn't been consistent either. They haven't been consistent either.
I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that. Let's trade Utah out for Luka and the Mavericks.
And Dallas could potentially have a 4th spot. Actually, okay, I give Dallas the 4th spot and give OKC the 5th spot. How about that? But the Timberwolves gonna be in the playoffs this year.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. This
man,
Chris hosted the Lounge 167. Timberwolves are going to be a top 5 team in the West.
Oh man, yeah.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
I think I've heard it all. Honestly, bro, I wasn't expecting that. If anybody that comes on this show, man, that is a first.
That's a bold. And look, my boy Ty came on the show and said that Trae Young was going to be top 5 MVP. And you just took it.
It's possible.
Yo, come
It's
on,
possible. Can't say it ain't possible.
Yes,
he
it's
carrying that
possible.
team. They doing bad, but see, that's another thing I don't like about the MVP award. It's like it's most valuable player. It's not. I don't know, like who's valuable to their franchise. He's valuable to that franchise. If he putting up the numbers, then I feel like he deserves to
You can put up
be
the
in
numbers all you
the
want to. He
nominee.
has to win.
That's true too, but it ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. His teammate. Sorry, man. It ain't his fault.
That's true.
True.
But Timberwolves going to they in the top. Ooh, I'll give you a second. I gotta process that one. I want to feel it up. So let me get this straight. You got Minnesota over Denver, Dallas. Oh no, you said you put Dallas in the 4th spot. So Denver, Portland. You add like Phoenix ain't there with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton on the come up.
That might be fighting for that 6 and 7 spot.
Ja Morant gonna come back with that smoke. And then
I did forget about them.
The other rookie, Zion Williamson and the Pelicans. They were getting it together towards the halfway point in the season when he started playing. So like you can't sleep on them either.
But does Zion stay healthy?
I have to see. I will make that prediction after the first month or so of the season.
It depends on what the nutrition did this offseason, because
That's true.
he was eating pretty good down there in New Orleans. So
You'll be a
All
big
right.
boy.
So I thought about our needle really quick because we were talking about where Dalvin Cook's going to go. I found a landing spot for him.
where's that?
San Diego. Well, the LA Chargers.
I thought about that.
Honestly,
Guess what?
Wouldn't be bad.
Another spot.
Justin Herbert. That wouldn't be bad.
no, because like I was saying, you got your main running back that's not Austin Eckler, and you got the upcoming Justin Herbert. I honestly think that would be a good fit for him.
What about Arizona?
Ooh.
I don't know, man. Kenyon Drake's barely been putting on a show out in Arizona. I don't think they kind of give him less time for Dalvin
But,
Cook.
I mean,
Look, you bring in a Dalvin Cook who can catch it out of backfield and also can power run, and it's like
Kyler
give up
Murray
Kenyon
gonna
Drake.
Kyler Murray gonna have
Yeah.
a field day. That offense is gonna have a field day out there.
So
Yeah.
so my second one, if not the Chargers, Houston.
Why would you do that to that man?
Right.
No, you got to
Knowing
think.
that offensive line is terrible, man. I feel
Yeah,
bad
but-
for Watson right now, man. He shouldn't have signed that deal, man. What was he thinking?
Should have got traded to Chicago, been done with it.
True.
But Houston wouldn't be a good fit for Dalvin Cook. Like that offensive, like Chris said, that offensive line terrible. Their running game is struggling as it is. They're about to be a complete rebuild mode, and I feel bad for Deshaun Watson.
Could you see him in Buffalo?
Yes. Him and Josh Allen, yes. With Stephon, and he teams back over Stephon Diggs as a wideout. So, because he's in Buffalo now.
I could see Buffalo too, but then you get to keep Devin Singletary, because Devin Singletary he's been running pretty good. You know, this is second year in the league, so
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's because you got to think. I mean, Dalvin Cook, he'll have his good years, man, but also he does have those hurt years. So the way
Miami.
Ooh.
Florida, baby. Miami. Ain't he from Florida?
Yeah, he's from Florida
Yeah.
State.
Yeah, so
I don't know
I'm
about
pretty
the-
sure they got the money to do it anyway.
Yeah, because
I don't know what they would give up.
they have to give up a lot.
Yeah.
I can't see that happening for Miami just because for the simple fact they don't have the personnel that Minnesota could possibly want for a Dalvin Cook. So just for that aspect, no. But if they found a way to pull it off, I wouldn't say it wouldn't work. I would say it would. They would have to redo their offensive playbook. I feel like trying to change up their identity completely. Because with Tua, you could tell they want to be a more pass heavy team. But with Dalvin Cook there, like they might take a little bit of weight off of Tua's shoulders and like shift towards focusing on Cook in the backfield and getting him more touches and whatnot. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, my thing about Cook is that you don't want to overdo it for him. You don't want him to end up like a Steven Jackson did, or you don't want to end up like possibly a Christian McCaffrey is about to end up like wore down and beat up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean,
if you can put him in a passing game and he still be effective, it's good because he can catch it out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? So he's good.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be exciting to see what kind of happens.
All right.
Before Marcus gets into the hot seat. Everybody that comes into the show, man, we kind of like to give the fans what they want. I need your top 5 NBA starters of all time with a 6-man right now.
ooh.
All right. Starting 5. I'm gonna put AI at my point, Kobe at my 2. I'm gonna let Mike run the 3. I'm gonna let Brian run the 4. And I got Shaq at the 5 with Magic coming out the bench.
So we just gonna forget KD.
Wait, no.
You said my starting
I know.
5.
No, I'm just saying. No,
You said my starting 5. So I'm a KD fan, but I'm gonna leave him off of that. I could have put KG in there too, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Marcus was trying to throw a timeout while you wasn't running Jordan at the 2.
but
I mean, I'm okay with
that.
that because he said Kobe and then Jordan. I'm like, okay, all 3 of his guards are scoring, and then he's got scoring from the wing. So okay, I can deal with that. But when you said LeBron at the 4, then Shaq at the 5, and Magic coming
off the bench,
you lost my vote.
Well, hey, y'all said my starting 5.
Hey, no, yeah, 100%, bro. We just like I said.
Hey, if I'm a coach, I don't need my 6-man to score sometimes. Sometimes I need him to come off the bench and distribute the ball to my shooters. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
that's how I look at it.
I feel you because I had that for that same reason. I had Chris Paul coming off my my bench, but that's neither here nor there. All right, man. Like Chad mentioned earlier, every time we got a guest coming on the show, we got to put him on the hot seat, man. Off the top, I need your top 5 NFL defensive players of all time.
Man.
Hot
Yeah.
Hey, no, because we're gonna give you ours too, man. But we like to hear you first.
Do I get a pass since I'm a 90s baby?
Nah, we 90s babies.
Yeah, so we all the same here. We good.
You thought,
Oh, man. They got to be ranked in order. Can I just give you 5?
Just give me 5.
I ain't gonna put that much pressure on you. You just get a 5.
Reggie White. Lawrence Taylor. Ray Lewis. Maybe I'm gonna have to go with what's old buddy that played for the Redskins? Bruce Allen?
Bruce
If I'm
Allen?
not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with them.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You came up with it pretty quick. All right. Bet. You came semi ready. He wasn't all the way ready, but he came semi ready. All right, Chad, you gonna list yours off or should I go?
I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this. I did put a lot into it. I was busy at work, man. I put a little bit of thought into this. I got a few, not many. I'm gonna start with Ed Reed.
Okay.
I got Brian Dawkins. I have Ty Law.
Bunch of defensive backs.
DB heavy, ain't he?
Right.
Hey, you gotta do. I'm gonna go with Ray Lewis, and then like I said, that 5th is kind of it's there. Like I said, those are like the main 4 that I was thinking about today because I was thinking about, who made the biggest impact for their team at the time, and that's what I was seeing. Looking back on it, that's who I saw the most.
Okay.
Well, you can't leave out cocaine if you're looking at impact. You can't leave out cocaine Lawrence Taylor, man. I hate to say it.
Absolutely.
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 crazy.
Even after breaking Joe Theismann's leg in half,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
that man was a force to be reckoned with.
Don't sleep. All right, so my top 5 defensive players of all time. No particular order. Got Reggie White, Deion Sanders, Night Train Lane from like way back on the Detroit Lions team.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Ronnie Lott, and I'm trying to remember dude's name. He played for the Vikings. He was a D lineman. John Randall. Yep. I know people gonna they people gonna chew me out for that John Randall one, but
Yeah, John Randall, that's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting right there.
Marcus, I got a timer on my thing. It says 4 minutes left. So
Yeah,
I
same
see
showing
that.
about too.
okay, so just so that we don't get kicked off again. I mean, we're near the end of the show anyway, but
actually, can I rescind John Randall real quick? I just want to rescind John Randall.
I got one. I got my 5th. Sean Taylor.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was sitting here thinking too.
Sean
Sean Taylor.
Yeah, you can't like. Hands down, man.
I mean, rest in peace to Sean Taylor, bro. He didn't deserve what happened to him.
No.
But dude, what he would have done to the league would have been hands down top.
Well, I feel like the reason the league is the way it is today. Like,
honestly, yeah. No, honestly, yeah, you're right.
He came through laying everybody out. Like, you on the field with Sean Taylor, you not surviving, bro. I'm telling
right.
you.
Honorable mention would be Troy Polamalu, just for what he. I mean, from sacks to blocked field goals to interceptions, that man was all over the field. Everywhere you looked, you saw 43 coming at you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's also like an honorable mention up there.
Yeah. So to all the old heads that listen to the show, please forgive us for our youthfulness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
True.
They like, man, they got a raggedy top 5. You know.
We still learning.
So forgive us.
Oh, definitely. No doubt. Well, Chris, we appreciate you coming through to the show, man. Let the people know again where they can find you and your show at, man.
Oh, man, you can find us on all platforms. Like I said, man, Spotify, Apple, Anchor, You can find us on Instagram at the Lounge 167 Podcast, and you also can find us on Twitter at the Lounge 167 Pod, man. Definitely appreciate y'all having me on, to represent the show, whatever, man. Definitely got to get y'all on the show, and we can do a collab, with all 5 of us. I think it'll be pretty dope. So definitely appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
Son, plot twist. Look, we both from Charlotte, so it ain't going to be nothing to link up, son.
Yeah, we all in Charlotte, so.
Yeah.
Most definitely. We can make it happen there, fellas.
All right, bet.
Go ahead, Marcus. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Brother Mar. You can follow the page on Facebook at The Elite Sports Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at The Elite. You can find us on Instagram at The Elite Pod. So, Chad?
I wrote it up here, but you can find me on Twitter at Just Static as a Z and then Just, and then you can find my Instagram at CJenkins05. Real quick before we get out of here, man, I just want to, while I got everybody here, I do just want to kind of say a few things right before this timer kicks me out. One thing that I've seen a lot in this world, man, we got to bring the love back together. It's rough out here nowadays. It's hard to see kind of peace, love, and positivity. So I definitely want to kind of just shout out, people that are trying to bring everybody back together. That's why one of the things that we did with this podcast was try to bring everyone together, because sports has been that one kind of foundation that's kind of kept everybody together. But I'm just tired of seeing the hate. I'm tired of seeing, people putting other people down for trying to succeed. So just like we're doing with the lounge and he's doing with us, man, we're trying to let everybody grow together.
I agree.
And keep as much love in the community and in the human race together.
Hey, I feel like it's our generation time to pass that torch and, start it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're doing what we do now.
Exactly. Just got to keep grinding. Keep prayers up. Keep it moving.
Yep. But Chris, man, it's been fun. They're about to kick us out.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, we'll be soon, man. Definitely let us know when we can come on.
All right. Most definitely. Appreciate it, brothers.
All right.
Peace out, guys.
Peace. Y'all be easy.
All right.